Today we are going to start working on comparisons. So comparisons are when you compare things, you compare people, or you compare ideas. Comparisons point out similarities, and they also point out differences. So how are these people the same, and how are these people different? So if we look at their ages, we can see Tina is 21, Sam is 21. So the comparison for these two would be Tina is as old as Sam. Also, Ted is 20 and Tina is 21. We could say Tina is older than Ted. Ted is not as old as Tina. Or Ted is almost as old as Tina. These are all ways to compare these two people. And then finally, we have Amy. Amy is 5. If we want to compare Amy to the rest of the group, we would say Amy is the youngest of all the people. She is much younger than Ted, Tina, and Amy. So you can see many different types of comparisons in those examples, but we are going to start with comparing two people, two things, or two ideas with as. So you always need these two as, and in the middle, you could have an adjective or an adverb. We compare two things with as when they are the same, or they're very close to the same. As means the same. So if we're comparing adjectives with adjectives such as old, we could say Tina is as old as Sam. So as, adjective, as, right? Tina is as old as Sam. That means Tina and Sam are the same age. You can also compare with adverbs using as. For example, if we're talking about running fast, right? We can say Tina runs as fast as Sam. So we have as, adverb, and then another as. Tina runs as fast as Sam. It has the same form. So let's take a look at these glasses. The question here says, how full are these glasses? You can see here, we have two very full glasses, one not very full, and then one pretty full. So we could say glass 1 and 2 are the same. If we want to use a comparison with as, we would say glass 1 is as full as glass. Oh, it should say glass. Let me fix that. As glass 2. So we're comparing two glasses, right? Then we have glass 4. It's very similar to glass 1 and glass 2, but it just has a little bit less. So we could say glass 4 is not as full as glass 1. We could also say glass 4 is almost as full as glass 1. They're very close to the same, just a little bit different, right? So not as means a little bit less, and almost as also means a little bit less. Now let's take a look at some boxes. The question says, how big are the boxes? So box B and C are the same, right? So we would say box B is as big as box C, the same. Now let's look at box D. If we want to compare C and D, what would we say? D is a little bit smaller. They're almost the same, but not quite. So we could say box D is not as big as box C. Or we could say box D is almost as big as box C. Notice the picture has many glasses and many boxes, right? This picture has many boxes. The last one had many glasses. But in each sentence, we're just comparing two at a time. So with comparatives, we're just looking at two boxes, two glasses, two people, two things at one time. So to summarize our first type of comparison, we are looking at as, right? When you say something is as, adjective as, or as adverb as, we mean they are the same, right? Let's get that red away. There we go. We can also say almost as blank as, and in the middle we would again put an adjective or adverb. That means what? It means a little bit less. And then finally we said not as. Again, that means a little bit less.